Okay, really happy and proud of that locker room. Been through a lot, right? Long season, some downs, some disappointment, a definite frustration, but really proud of them as they continued to battle. Went to work, played and practiced with energy, and so happy for them to come out with a win like they did. I thought the game, had some back and forth. Obviously, the first half, fourth down stop defensively. I thought first half, that separator where the end of the half, Alessio executing the 2-minute drive, so you go in it, I think it was 24-7 at halftime. And then talk to them at halftime. We're going to still need to score. These guys are explosive. The quarterback was in a nice rhythm, and that played out in the third quarter. But couldn't have been it was moving for our sideline when Cadillac takes that back to the house on kickoff return. I mean, for what he has continued to battle, overcome setback early physically, that he couldn't play off the field, all of it, and for him to not go down and take that back, that was a huge lift for our sideline. And then we just kind of continued to hold on, getting fourth down stop defensively, and then fourth down for us offensively to be able to separate the thing to 2 scores was huge. And so just really happy and proud for that locker room.
Lindsay?
Jonathan, the shirtless Spartans were at it again, carrying over from the Penn State game. What message would you have for them, or just specifically for the Michigan State fan base at this point right now?
Look, I'd say that proud of the group, like I said, happy for these guys to go through tough times, short on the scoreboard repeatedly. I think the group shows that they continue to play hard and all of that. Yeah, there's going to be conversation. The season now is over. We got to do it better than we've done it this year, without question, and we're ready to work to do that.
Thank you.
Chris?
I'm wondering if you've talked to J Batt, if you have an idea yet on your future beyond that.
We continue to conversate through the week. I'm sure we'll be talking again in the coming days.
Do you know if you will be back or not yet?
Don't have that.
Matt?
Jonathan, what was your message to the team in the locker room post game, and with 2 months of losing?
Yeah, like kind of what I'm telling you, proud, happy for them. Game ball to Cadillac. I mean, I thought he spoke really well to the group, talking about the adversity, and yeah, this game is really important, but you can overcome in life. I continue to credit the leadership on this. Sam takes over, leads us through the fight song. So, the reason these guys continue to play and work was the leadership. I've been saying it from this locker room. I think about guys like that: Sam, Jordan Hall, Quindarius Dunnigan, Matt Golban, who couldn't go tonight, but he was still locked in and helping us.
Do you think I know your players are focused, everybody's on the game, but do you think it's fair to be at the end of the season and not know whether you're coming back, the staff coming back, the players, all that stuff?
I don't know what's fair too. I think that you evaluate a complete year as you look at things, and so in this day and age, look, the guys continue to go, and we came out on top tonight.
Chris?
I'm wondering about the emotions of all of this. It's been obviously a loud conversation. I don't know if you heard the chants in the stands, but going through Thanksgiving week, family and everything. Like, how have you tried to maybe keep football, keep the main thing,
you do. You continue the main thing of going to work and all that. It's still deep respect and locked in on the group around, right? And so we're doing this together. I credit the staff and the professionalism and as they've approached things, and again, the leadership. This is still, the game of football, it's such a team game, the group of them staying together, fighting through, coming up short, and we came out on top tonight.
What did it mean for you to hear the fight song at the end of the way?
Oh, it's great. And it really just, especially I go back to these players, but it was great because we practiced that thing weekly on Fridays, preparing for to be able to sing it on Saturday. So it was great.
Warren?
Coach, final stretch of the season after you make the quarterback change, what can you tell us about the progress you've seen on Lester both on the field and also in the locker room?
Yeah, I do. I think he showed progression over his starts. I think he showed his toughness, and I think he earned respect in the locker room. Each week, I thought he was in total command tonight in regards to where the ball needed to be going. You didn't see a lot of forced throws. He did get protected better tonight, and he can be dangerous. And I think it showed we can be dangerous at receiver and some of these guys in space with the ball.
Matt?
Jonathan, the late fourth down and deciding not to try and kick the field goal and go for it. I guess what went behind that decision? Were you pretty firm, like we're going to take?
No, I was a little back and forth because it turned into 4th and 7. The play previous to it, you guys saw us. We ran the ball to try to get it to a bit more favorable fourth down because we wanted to be able to separate it to 2 scores. I mean, these guys had thrown for 400 whatever yards at that moment. 2 scores, felt strongly that was our best avenue to to win the game. And then, we get stuffed on the run, so it turns into about 4th and 7. No, that's a tough one to swallow. But at the same time, you give them the ball at the 10. If we don't get it, the ball's about the 10. They got to go 90, and at field goal, you still got a chance to win the thing in overtime. But obviously, I'm pleased that it worked out.
Jonathan, if you were to sort of make the case for yourself as the coach here, what would it be?
Yeah, some of the things I say, I think we got a group that continues to work, and stays on task when it's not always easy. We can do hard things. The guy that is not over dramatic, but I'll tell you, I think we're pretty tough as a group on this year. Looking at this year.
Go Rico and then Jim.
Coach, you don't know exactly what your status is going to be. Now that the season is over, let's just say for next year, what do you tell Spartan fans? What can they look forward to from this team?
Well, I do think we got some young players that are contributing in a big way, and they've got bright future. We've talked about Alessio. I look at the starting lineup out of the offensive line tonight. Again, redshirt freshman, the body blows there. I flip it on the other side. They're looking at Aiden West as a true freshman going around and making plays. There's guys. Brandon Tullis had another good game, some tough carries. The guy's a true sophomore, so there's some young, good talent on the team.
Jim.
Cooper Terpstra start today from a walk-on.
Yeah.
Walk-on. How did you? Offensive line was pretty solid. How did you play?
Again, I didn't digest the tape, but I was really happy for him. I think it was another story. We talked about it Friday night as a team of guys, signing up, working, wasn't starting, and continued to stay consistent. I think about Avion Gross seals the game with the interception, similar story. And we actually highlighted a couple of those guys Friday night, and a lot of them came through today, and Coop did.
Cooper and Brocious had to go pretty much the whole game also. I think the first time he's done that. How's he coming off the season in that part of the offense?
Yeah, Brocious did. Caleb was down, wasn't able to make it. And we worked through some kinks. I mean, we had too many false starts up front and all of that, but I thought the front 5, the O-line battled throughout the night.
Stephen.
Jonathan, on paper and in the time 3 and 8, or sorry, 3 and 9, 4 and 8 might not be a big difference, but your experience in the game, is this one win a difference?
It does. Let's face it, 0 in the league versus 1, there's a difference.
Do you feel like you're better than your record?
I think the record is factual in regards to you won or you lost the game. I think there's plenty of coach get up here. We could have won if this would have taken place, right? And we did. We were up, the last 3 games, 2 of the last 3, we were up under 2 minutes. Could we have won those games? Yeah. But I think the record is what the record is.
Stephen, were you done?
Yeah, I was just going to ask, your memory of this team, what they did, where it started, where it finished, all that. How do you remember this season as a block of?
Yeah, durability. I go back to leadership when things are hard. It displayed some character in sticking together type thing. I think really, again, I go back to this leadership of Sam Edwards, and I mentioned those names again. Cadillac's story. Elijah Tolliver playing his best football at the end of the year, started as a 3rd stringer, working through at O-line, multiple guys trying to contribute. I think about the character displayed by the group.
Chris.
You mentioned about some of the younger guys. I wanted to ask you about some of the younger guys on the offensive line and how you felt they gelled there a little bit. I think obviously you got a number of guys there, but you also were able to get Collier in, and looked like you got Williams in there for
Bryson.
Gary too.
Yep. Collier intentional on that one. I think he's a natural punt returner, true freshman, but we wanted to give him a chance. Voss got in there, the punt we had to redo and whatnot. There was a couple of guys that did that. Bryson's going to be a really good player. Mentioned him back to some of the younger talent on the team. I thought he had good contributions. Again, played 4 games, so he can redshirt and stuff. But there's some guys that went through a redshirt year you didn't see much of. I think Bryson and Charles Taplin had a catch against Minnesota, but he's going to have a chance to be a good player.
Far side.
Jonathan, after Omari had his helmet ripped off and kind of came off the sideline, and he got, I think, 2 targets in that sequence there. Was that kind of intentional, or was that just where the ball?
Yeah,
Obviously, Alessio said obviously he had to rein himself in and be under control?
It was emotional, chippy. I think both sides played pretty hard. And yeah, sometimes these games, especially two teams, got some built-up frustration, let's face it. I thought the officials actually controlled it pretty well. There was definitely some talk going on, all that. I think about Amari, too. If he can make some plays, had a huge catch, right, and make a guy miss, and to be able to finish the thing. But it was not flat-out intentional after that play.
Gavin was kind of very good teammate moment there.
Yeah, we're all working through, because I don't know in particular on which one you're talking on Gavin on. You're talking about Amari specifically?
Back and got him.
Yes, got him back. But I think Gavin had that 15-yarder after we threw the interception.
Anything else?
Okay, guys.
Stephen?
Alante is a guy that, for you 2 years, who hasn't done a lot for you on the field, but it seems like you have great respect for him.
I do.
How does that come about? What have you learned about him? What does he mean?
He's always had a strong voice in the locker room, especially in that receiver room, not about himself, competitive, talented, special teams, and even tonight, it wasn't just about a kickoff return. He's running down, trying to cover punt, and all of that. He's always been a great team player.
What did you feel about that last defensive drive too? Because obviously Jordan had a couple of
The sack, making the guy do it. Jordan Hall throughout the year, battling injuries, strong voice, really good player and person.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Coach.